NPL Women's New South from Valentine Sports Park, Hills United versus APIA Leichhardt. It's good? Okay, no worries.
So, oh yeah, the feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I know. That's fine. Marie?
Let me know if I just plug straight into the. What? Oh my god. Oh my. Okay, did not see that. Good evening, everyone. It's been a big weekend in the world of Australian football, and thanks for joining us here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel as the weekend ends here at Valentine Sports Park, Football New South Wales headquarters for NPL Women's New South Wales Round 15 action. Hills United versus APIA Leichhardt. And this is Eric Subihana with the commentary, and absolutely delighted to be here for you this evening. Well, for Hills United, 3 days out from a historic Sapphire Cup semi-final appearance where they will host UNSW on this very patch of synthetic turf. They're hoping to get back to winning ways, while APIA themselves, they ended a 3-game losing streak across both the league and a cup with a much-needed 3-0 win 7 days ago in the matchup I like to refer to as the Tory Truman Trophy, when they defeated Sydney University by 3-0. So, just on time. There's the whistle. Away we go. Nina Cortese in the centre gets us underway. Usual kits for both, yellow and navy for Hills, and the famous, what do they call it, the Marron Azzurri for APIA. And at the appropriate break and play, I'll go through the two lineups. And if you've seen that number 27 in the Hills lineup, as Brad Attard shows some very good handling skills, Brad Attard, the APIA coach, yes, Hills have found a new player for their starting lineup. Number 27 is Tiana Jaber, as Iaceno up against Kachich. That's Christina Kachich with a great tackle, and it'll be an APIA throw. Yes, Tiana Jaber. A-League experience with Wellington Phoenix, Western United, Western Sydney Wanderers and Newcastle Jets, and now adding Hills United to her playing CV. So, let's look up the trusty dribble app. Get the ball in the corner there, and the lineups. I think let's start with the hosts, Hills United. So in goal is number 20, Maddie Iro. And number 3 is the captain, Aisling Davidson. Number 4, Charlotte Hogan. Number 8, Iaceno. Number 10, Bianca Swereb. Number 11, Natalie Kasher. Number 16, Mary Stanish-Floody. Number 17, Olivia Sloan. Number 18, Erin Tavares. Number 25, Jessica Garrett. And number 27, the aforementioned Tiana Jaber, making her Hills United debut. We'll go through the APIA starting lineup. And there's another break and play, but it's Garrett on the ball here. And Garrett once again looking for the far side. That's Sloan. Pass back with, I think that'll be Kasher. And back to Garrett. So yes, this is one of 6 games to be played today in NPL Women's New South Wales Round 15. And actually, the game played yesterday was between 2 of Erin Tavares' former clubs at the Arctic Circle, with Spirit convincingly defeating the Rangers by 4-0. I think that's Lobo. And now Fong Song Cam. Lobo direct, and that is a lovely ball. So APIA are on the move here, and the cross took a touch of Davidson. First corner of the game going to today's visitors. Hills defending this set piece, only Sano outside the box as this corner comes in to the near post as headed away, but off Jaber for corner number 2. Another in-swinger, and takes a touch off APIA inside the 6-yard box, not directed goalwards, and it is cleared to temporary safety by the hosts. Now that will run through to the keeper. This is my chance to go through the APIA starting lineup. On the ball and in goal is number 99, Anna Leet. Number 5 is Maya Lobo. Number 6, Mona Walker. Number 7, Talia Capetanellis. Number 10, Susan Fongsongcam. Number 11 is the captain, Ashley Leder. Number 13, Jordan Jasnos. Number 14, Mia Golding. Number 16, Estelle Fragale. Number 19 is former Hills United player Imogen Lane. And number 24 is Christina Kachich. And I'll go through the subs a bit later on in the game as Hills with a long shot is dipping, and it's a great save from Anna Leeds. It might have been Tavares who tried from range. She already has scored a spectacular long-range goal at that end of Valentine Sports Park. Nearly scored another one. That will lead to Hills United's first corner of the game. Oh, there we go. Early action at both ends, just the way we like it. The kind of thing to keep us warm here at Glenwood, because goodness knows it is quite cold, and it's only going to get colder as this game progresses. In the corner goes Davidson's attacking. It gets the header, and they're celebrating. And is it going to count? It is. So a bit of confusion, but there you go. Hills United have drawn first blood as the captain with her first goal of the season. Aisling Davidson rising highest at the corner. And it is Hills United 1, APIA Leichhardt 0. Well, there you go. Ashley, in case you didn't know, it's an Irish name that means dream, and it's certainly a dream start for Hills United. Scoring inside the first 5 minutes. And there you go. The Hills coaching crew of Alan Tassis, assisted by son Paul, would be delighted. It was a pinpoint corner. It's led to the opener. The cross comes in. APIA with a quick response, but the cross is defended. Stanish Follett trying to apply the pressure. Walker does her best to keep it away from multiple Hills players. Jasnos strong in the 50-50, but Hills are battling away, and free kick it goes the way of the hosts. There you go, that's one to warm up the vocal cords from my own personal perspective. And didn't have to wait long for the first goal as the goal scorer Davidson goes long. And then trying to pick up the scraps as APIA and Capetanellis back to Jasnos, and Hills, not surprisingly, buoyed off the early goal as Leeds under a lot of pressure from Sano. The Kiwi keeper does get rid of the ball. Now Jasnos. Now Capetanellis. Jasnos has run in beyond, expected to do that pretty much all of the game. Jasnos very much an attacking fullback, which helps APIA a lot with their attacks down the left-hand side. Into the gloves it goes, and we've actually, just reminded, we've got two Kiwi keepers here, as Maddie Ira has been capped by the Football Friends, as has Anna Leet. So on the bench, firstly for the home side, Zoe Edwards is the backup keeper for Hills. The other players Alan Tassis may bring on later: Paula Boza, Ellen Berrios, Zoe Murdoch, Michelle Dalbon, Neve Burns, and Zara Plabani. While, as that will be Kachich's possession near the goal line, she plays it towards midfield, and Davidson is on it. Now, Jaber has fouled Fong Song Kam there. By the way, the APIA substitute, so APIA coach Brad Hartard has 6 players to choose from. Sophie Johnston's the backup keeper, and the others on the bench for the visitors, Jamie Bofils, Alicia Muronen, Aurelia Collins, Claudia Lacalandra, and Estella Cameron. Iro gets rid. Good first touch from Tavares. Now, is this? There's Hills on the ball. Stanish Flood, he drops one over the top, chasing his Swerve, and Swerve with the early shot didn't get the contact right. So into the gloves for Anna Leet it goes. Now, 1-0 to Hills United, but so much football left to be played. And in the under-23s game played before this one, also 1-0 to Hills United was the final score there. And the goal coming from Neve Burns, who you will have noted is on the bench for first grade. And actually, thank you to Montana Rose Curry of the Hills 23s for giving me some great detail that I can say in this stream. So yes, Neve Burns with the winner in 23s, assisted by Madison Tassis. Lead coolly plays it out to the left. There's Jasnos, and then just escapes the APIA number 13. Kasha dancing down touchline, wins a throw. And it'll be Jaber to, it appears, to take this throw in. Into the box. Sano just about makes it stick. Can she cross it in? She does, and attacking it. Well, I think coming in from bar post was where, but that is a great catch in traffic from an elite. Now, ball would be covered by Lobo, although Sano might have stolen in, and Sano buzzing around in the early exchanges, wins a throw-in for Hills. And that goes the way of APIA, so chance for them. And try and get the ball away from their defensive third. Now, loose touch of Lobo, and this could be a chance. Square ball, and then Tavares will prod it towards goal. She reckons it should be a corner. It's a goal kick. I've loaded up the stream. Had a look. Oh, Scorebug is saying 0-0. Now, given that Aisling Davidson putting over the line resulted in an APIA kickoff, let's go with the scoreboard opposite us. It is Hills United leading by a goal to 0. As Leet under pressure, again, the left foot this time, gets the way now. Capitanellis, and stopped by Jaber. Jaber now spins away from Capitanellis. Now Tavares inside, here's Sano, supporting run centrally, goes back to Hogan. Possibility maybe to switch, and Hogan has seen that, so here's Sloan. tracked by Lane. And then, that's coolly done. That's Golding. Wants to go on a run. Technically gifted Mia Golding. Actually, all of these APIA players see. Across the back line. Good with the ball, their feet. As Davidson wins it. And then the ball snapped up by Jasnos for APIA. Now, Jaber really not keen to not let Capitanelis turn. Jaber Hills right back. Still press high, but that's a nice ball to find a way out. Walker. Walker moving centrally. Stanish Floody cannot take it off Walker. Lobo into opposition territory and the ball through. Capitanelis could have a chance and has skimmed the outside of the post. A great ball from Lobo to put it through the Hills formation. And Capitanelis has scored 6 times in the league this season, unable to, at least on this occasion, get her goal tally to match her shirt number. Garrett moving quickly, pounce on the loose ball, and then that's a good touch from Golding in the center circle. There's Fergali. Keeps it moving on the left-hand side. There's 2 of them there as Capitanelis crosses in and just about kept it out, but there's a header, and that'll be put in. So they weren't behind for long, and APIA Leichhardt, I think it's Fongsongkan getting the celebrations. Might have to have another look at that. There's a great move for Gali involved, as she always seems to be. Capitanelis with the cross that wasn't cleared. Watching this just on the replay. You know what, we'll give that to Ashley Letter. That, as I had a look on the replay, she definitely got to that before it crossed the line. So, there we go. That would be goal number 15 of the league season for the APIA captain, and it is 1-1 here at Valentine Sports Park. As we've had just about a quarter of an hour here. There we go. Sometimes I think clean sheets don't make anyone feel warmer. Well, we'll have these goals as we observe this game to keep us warm on what is a breezy and chilly night here in Western Sydney. Let's look at the stream there. So yes, okay, so probably going to have to be a bit more frequent with the score updates than usual, because it appears, apologies for that, the graphic in the top left hand of the screen as you look at it is not updating. Yes, definitely Hills United 1, APIA Leichhardt 1. Goals from both captains actually. Aisling Davidson opening the scoring for Hills, and then the equaliser coming from Ashley Letter. It's the header from Tavares, but it's easy for Leet to gather. Cortese counts that at the time. And Elite slams that towards the halfway line. Good header from Jaber. And by the way, I haven't talked about the ref already. In fact, actually, awkward stuff from Capitanelis. Fortunate that one. Feeling sore, so I think we're going to see the physio. And come on, just hope that it's nothing too serious and Capitanelis can continue. So, as I mentioned earlier, while we have a break in play, it is both of the semi-finals for the greatest cup competition in the world, the Sapphire Cup. are on Wednesday night, as I said earlier, Wednesday 17th of June here at Valentine Sports Park on the synthetic field. Number 2, Hills United host University of New South Wales, which means we will have at least one first-time Sapphire Cup finalist. And the other Sapphire Cup semi-final also on Wednesday 17th of June, 7 p.m. kickoff at North Turramurra with Northern Tigers hosting Manly. And delighted to say, women in commentary for both those games. Emily Arnold will call the Hills versus UNSW Cup semi-final. Northern Tigers versus Manly will be called by Annabelle Banfield. Because who would have thought Annabelle Banfield calling a game at North Turramurra? I think she is to that place what I am to the Arctic Circle. Anyway, it's a topic of discussion for another day. And Captain Ellis, good to see back to her feet. And I think just waiting to be waved back on. Sure, there doesn't seem to be a lot of concern. And Captain Ellis just possibly getting some instructions from Brad Attard. So APIA down to 10 for what we hope would not be too long. Because one of my favorite sayings, one of my favorite football-related sayings, all left-footed goals are beautiful. Well, if you subscribe to that, then I'm sure you'd be a big fan of Talia Capitanellis. Fong Song Kam cuts inside, and I don't think it's the second challenge which left 2 players on the ground that was the issue, according to Nina Cortese. I think Tiana Jaber might have been pinged for a free kick. Yes, you see it's going to a slightly wider position. Anyway, the end result, nonetheless, is an APIA set piece. By the way, can't have an incomplete shout-out to the third team, the match official, so our assistants today, Charlie Hollings on the near side, Ovindu Ranasinghe on the scoreboard side of Valentine Sports Park. As Fong Song Kam aims it towards the back post, and that is side-footed away, I think, by Garrett Sano, looking to hold it up, but actually will make it, I think, to Swerup, and now something for Tavares to chase, but Fong Song Kam's got the front position, and good sweeper-keeper work from Annalise. Followed by a good first touch from Jago. Diagonal. Golding is up. Lobo is up. And heads it wide, but is also able to retrieve the loose ball. And I'm actually glad I did had a quick look at the Football New South Wales YouTube channel before I was about to give you some wrong information of games currently in progress. But APIA attacking down the right-hand side, headed away by Davidson, and then APIA win it back. Could be a promising position. Shot comes in, and it's straight at Ira. Yes, so, yes. There's a late change to the League One Women's Match of the Round, the feature game from the second tier. Now a 5:30 p.m. kickoff, and what a game this is at Ernie Smith Reserve. It's first versus second. The league leaders, SD Raiders, hosting Marconi Stallions. So if you are a good multitasker, that might be something to keep you interested. And if you do watch that, just make me one promise. Just don't mute me, mute whoever the other caller is. As that is through to an elite and rolled out to Lobo. But anyway, by the way, 0-0 at Ernie Smith Reserve. And the League One Women's Match of the Round. We do like to go around the grounds here on Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Hills passing it around from the back as Davidson, and it's too much zip on that for Tavares to be able to make a play at it. By the way, let's say, what do you call this? The other end of Blacktown City Council. Approaching half-time at the Rudy Hill Turf Farm, and the league leaders UNSW leading by a 1-0 over Western Sydney Wanderers. Leap plays it long. Header from Garrett. Hogan plays it forward. Let's see, I suppose we'll never know if Sano was offside, but should be onside here. And Kasha will play through to Sano, but a bit flat-footed. That gave Lobo a chance. Not quite cleared. Now Sano back to go on the box. Partly cleared by Kacic. Here's Hogan. And then good defending, as always, from Fragale. And does work its way back to APIA as it's up and kind of away from Kacic. Hogan got the better of two plays, but not the third. Now there's room for Fong Song Cam, and Leto wants the early through ball. Blocked by Davidson, but it'll go back to a foul, and the first yellow card of the game goes to Tiana Jaber. So that's a booking in the 24th minute. While we set up, while you're there, while Apia set up for this free kick, and he'll set up to defend. Looks to be two in the wall, set by Matty Ira. Yeah, just a brief plug for the NPL Women's New South Wales Team of the Week, comprised of 3-2-1 votes from the Football New South Wales media, and that will be released tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. And I've just remembered I've got the latest kickoff, so I'd better get my votes in quickly. Capitanella's low into the crowd, and loose ball might break for Letta. Good body strength from Jessie Garrett, protecting her keeper, and Iro can pick up the ball. It's long, and Sano will be able to bring it down before the recovering Apia players take it off. Now, Capitanella's, good to see. Doesn't look bothered by that early knock. That's a great run. And then, sorry, Taya. I'm always good for at least one commentator's curse every game. Let's hope that was the only one. Sano. Forced backwards by Kacic. It's good defending. Kind of defending that doesn't show up on any stat sheet. It's not a tackle, but she did affect the play enough. And now, well, there we go. One back by Hogan. Now options either side will go left. Swear will not get on the end of that. So Golding will have a little bit of time on the ball. And if you just joined us, it's 1-1 here at Valentine Sports Park, irrespective of what that graphic on the top left of this hand screen says. 1-1 between Hills and Apia. And goals from Aisling Davidson for Hills and Ashley Letta for Apia. Instructions being shouted out from the Apia technical area, I believe things. By the way, as we continue to go around the grounds, and so test my multitasking ability to the full. Actually, I'll hold that thought as Fong Song Cam assesses the options and aims it wide. Capitanella's first time ball, and Letta almost got a touch on it. It goes all the way through the 6-yard box, and Hills survive. But anyway, in Camperdown, it is, what do we call them? The other Arctic Circle team. Gladesville Ravens are leading by a goal to nil over Sydney University.
Remember that. Ask me some other trivia, irrelevant question, and I'll probably answer it. But ask about when Claudia's coming back.
Yeah. It's on the far side of the field now. Rolls through a part of the field without any players. For Hills take over with Jabo, now aiming for Tavares. That would be too long, although Sano's going to give it a good go. Capitanella's couldn't take any risks, and in fact slices it off the outside of the boot, so that is Hills United's second corner of the game. Of course, they did score from the first corner that they had. By the way, half-time in the Northern Beaches, and it's Sydney Olympic leading by a goal to nil there. So, delivered by Zverev, keepers up. Great goalkeeping. Safe hands from Annalete. Wants the quick distribution, and she was impeded. Can't do that. Impeded as she tried to kick the ball out, so that'll be an APIA free kick. By the way, full time at Lakelands Oval in Dapto. I've got to go there next month. Anyway, full time in Dapto from one of the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Final saw Stingrays 0, Northern Tigers 3. Oh my. Okay, I've just seen the score from the match of the round. Anyway, I'll tell you that in a little moment. As it's Fergali in possession. That's good vision, finding Golding. Golding's quick enough to keep it away from Swerup. Now his low ball. Walker. It's good ball movement. This is what APIA always good to watch when they're at their best. And the way they circulate the ball and create space. Kachich to Jasnos, forced back by Jaber. And now Kachich. Now I love a ball playing centre back, Kachich. Gosh, he hasn't quite lost that yet. Jasnos taken off her by Tavares. Now, Walker sees the opportunity, and that's a nice ball. Capitanellis can't get past Garrett. And Garrett's not taking any risks. Slams that into the spectator area. In fact, that might have kicked that into the concourse that you walk through before you get to the spectator area, but safely done. And by the way, oh, well, that is definitely a scoreline in our match of the round at Linwood Park, as that's a collision involving the 2 goal scorers leading to an APIA free kick. But Rams versus Bulls, we call that the Old Farm, and it was an absolute stampede at Linwood Park earlier today. MacArthur Rams 0, Bulls FC Academy 5. Okay. Actually, so as someone with somewhat questionable object permanence from time to time, I've forgotten all the scores I've just said, but anyway, I'll get back to that thought. As it's delivered in, and I'm going to say, despite Hill's protestations, and in fact, after that, I think the officials mic'd up, maybe had a bit of a chat, and that will end up being a Hills goal kick. But yes. Actually, looking at the scores, both all the scores in progress and the full-time scores, tough weekend for the home teams in NPL Women's New South Wales round 15, with the exception of Spirit FC, who won 4-0 at the Arctic Circle yesterday. But there's still, 4 games in progress, so it can change. But it's level here. 1-1 between Hills United and APIA Leichhardt. Eric Subihano delighted to be in commentary for this particular matchup, but 2 away wins in the 3 p.m. kickoffs, and away teams leading in all of the 5 p.m. kickoffs, by the way. At least that's the last time I was able to take a look at the streams. Lots can change, though, and it probably will, as Sano was caught offside there. Garrett, proactive, gets it away from danger. So Lawball will retrieve. Lane dropping a little bit deeper. Didn't think the idea was to try and create space for Golding on the overlap, but rare thing for APIA pass going astray, and Hills have it. Now it goes back to the keeper, so Leto will be quite keen to press. Ira sends it back where it came from. Sloan just about keeps it in play. Takes a tumble, but will go on with Garrett. And Garrett ball down the line, and then another Hills player taking a tumble, but all we'll get is an APIA throw. Oh, it's a great turn on the far side from Walker, and the cross from deep. Davidson got there first. And this penalty score update still hasn't been updated, which is frustrating, so apologies everyone listening in. Sounds like I've got to do score updates every 5 minutes. Thanks to Lockie thanks for your support, of course. Yes, some frustration on that being shown being shown in my DMs. Anyway, is this? Okay, so Hills free kick and a little, not much of a chat, but a little chat to Fong Song Ken. Jaber and Walker trying to block forward progress, but here's Hogan for Hills, threads it through. Stanish Floody. Stanish Floody loses out. Good defending from Fong Song Cam. As Sloan, this time, she commits the foul. Now, this letter couldn't get it through because it's a strong tackle from Garrett. Now, Hills on the ball is, I think that's Stanish Floody. Back to goal work. He'll still have it with Kasha, and then that ball played behind Swear. Hills get it back, and all the way back to Iro. Sees a diagonal passing opportunity. Good ball to Jaber. That'll bounce off Capitanellis for a Hills throw-in. Yeah, 35-ish minutes played, or ticking into the 36th minute here at Valentine Sports Park. 1-1. Well, that could change here as Garrett has to recover and let her shoot, and it rising, always rising, never going to drop in time, but no, it's important to press from the front, and the APIA captain leading by example there, stealing it off Garrett. Anyway, yes. There we go. The scorebook's finally been updated, thank goodness, but just to confirm, it is 1-1 between Hills United and APIA Leichhardt. Goal in about the 5th minute from Hills captain Aisling Davidson to open the scoring, and that was matched by a goal from the APIA captain, Ashley Leder. Sano, left-hand side, tries to low ball into the box. Kasha is the closest to it. Sano might try and win it high, and Fergali, I think that's Fergali. That's excellent work as they play it out. Sloan now. Jaber now. It's Iasano. She was onside. And she's missed the target. Great chance for Hills to go back in front. And it's gone wide. Score stays at 1-1. Hills advancing it down the scoreboard side of the field. Oh, sorry, no. I want to talk about our side of the field, the spectator side of the field. Sorry, everyone. Ooh. Backwards to Garrett, who now finds herself in midfield. And a little dink ball, but I think went long while Kasha was going short, so that is a goal kick. Leet, just roll it short. That's Lobo, I think. Then All down the far side. Garrett has the front position. Iro clears. Hills turn to have the ball. Stanish Vlad trying for the killer ball. Prod there from Jasnos and a comprehensive clearance from Kicic. So, can you believe it? It feels like yesterday was the opening day of the season and it was blazing hot and you had to put sunscreen on when you were watching games, but we're already into the second half of the campaign. And here's Jaber. There they go. Flag was up on the near side, so possibly handball against Jaber. Anyway, so we might go through upcoming games for these two respective teams. Let's start with APIA. So round 16, Sunday 21st of June, 3 p.m. APIA travel to Linwood Stadium. I will not align myself with dribble. Linwood Park, that's what we call it. But yes, they will play MacArthur Rams. I'm delighted to say, at least as per what I've been told, Nicholas Kutniak, the People's Champion, will be the commentator for APIA versus MacArthur at Linwood. In 7 days' time, a repeat, of course, of that incredible 2024 Grand Final at Combank Stadium. And APIA finished the month. And depending on your own personal goals, you either be enjoying my commentary again or suffering through my commentary again on Sunday. As the cross comes in, and there's a header which was trying to keep it alive, cleared by Lobo. Yes, Sunday 20th of June, 5 p.m. You are either enjoying or suffering through my commentary when I will travel to the Northern Beaches for APIA Leichhardt's away game against Manly United. That's in 14 days' time. And you know what? Round 18, Sunday, 5th of July, 4:50 p.m. kickoff at Lambert Park, the home of Sydney's best barista. APIA Leichhardt host Spirit FC. With our Maltese photography friend Nat Shakluna set to snap games there. As that's good footwork. And it was led to an attacking set piece. And you know the game plan. Well, Davidson's already scored today. So both centre-backs have both scored once this season now. Garrett and Davidson heading into the blender. Poised to attack this latest set piece, which I think Stanish Floody will take. I apologize in advance for any player misidentification because my eyesight certainly isn't getting better. Let's put it that way. Especially 16 can look like an 18 from a particular distance away, but I'm pretty sure that's Stanish Floody, not Tavares, to take this dead ball. Only one player in the wall for APIA. It's in and leads up and not held and bailed out by a defender. It's going to be a corner. And there you go. That's good team play. The keeper came off her line and there was a lot of maroon in the way to prevent Hills going back in front, but it will be a corner for the hosts. Let's see, 42nd minute here, 1-1 between Hills and APIA Leichhardt. Both captains, Davidson and Leder, on the score sheet. Swerup delivers, and Garrett has the header. Could be a chance. Blocked, and it's Leder getting it away. So possibly off Garrett's head it fell. Broke for Sano. Davidson, did she retrieve it? She's won the throw at least. I think that was against her old teammate Imogen Lane. Now up to Leder, trying to be the target forward there. One ahead of her, which is Capitanellis. Davidson is chasing. Davidson will roll it into touch. It's Alan Tassis gets a touch of the ball. It's good covering defence from the Hills goal scorer for this evening. Jasnos going back. Leet, confident on the ball. Really phased by the pressure from Sano. That's a nice diagonal, but it kind of bounces off Golding. She should be quick enough to retrieve it before it goes out. It's given Hills a chance to step up and press. Golding wants to run it out. Fragale with a helping hand, or helping feet, but you know what I mean. Anyway, APIA throw it on the scoreboard side of the field. touched on. Letta has runners. One of them is Jasnos. The ball, and it was going to swing behind her, and it was intercepted by Tavares. The quick 1-2, and Tavares. Ball in behind. Saino will get to that first, and what's the support like? Plenty of Maroon chasing back to defend. Saino delivers it in. There's a header, and it skims the roof of the net, but great play from Hills. Here's the initial ball from Tavares to release Iaceno. Good cross. Stanish Floody timed to run well, could not keep the header down. Elite is going to go for distance. Good header from Leto. Davidson clears it into the APIA technical area. Jasnos, decent distance on the throw. Good flick on from Walker. So here's Vong Song Cam and Davidson, the great tackle. Straight touch there, and Hills chance to relieve the pressure. Almost at half-time. No fourth official miscomp until semi-finals, so I cannot tell you how much time added on there will be. Low ball. Not much room, but we will advance it. Is there enough time for one last chance for either side? Down the line, and did it go in? It went in and back out is the decision. Sorry, I couldn't quite see, but Hills now. They advance it down the line, but I think we're almost at the break. And two big halftime team talks coming up, you would suspect. Good header from Jasnos. Equally good header from Jaber. Who settles it? Capetanellis. Now Walker, good ball, Capetanellis. And now, little prod. Here's Fong Song Cam, left side of the box. Squares it. And a chance for Letta. And Ashley Letta has slammed it into the back of the net. And Apia will be taking a 2-1 lead into the dressing sheds. Great team move. Walker was involved, so was Capetanellis. The assist goes to Fong Song Cam. The goal goes to Ashley Letta. That is league goal number 16. And she's only played 15 and a half games to boot. Ashley Letta, who is a long way in front in the Golden Boot race, it feels like. I might check that one at the break, but she's added another goal to her tally. And that was absolutely brilliant from APIA Leichhardt. Is that a fake from Stanish Floody? Not bad, that. Oh, I wonder if that changes the halftime team talks. Well, I mean, I suppose I'll never know. I'm not allowed in there. So I could only speculate as Garrett takes over. Toperk Sano, little flick. That will be easy for Annalete. And did I see a glance at the watch from Nina Cortese? Annalete just, of course, you'd be delighted to take a 2-1 lead into the dressing sheds after they conceded the opening goal. But APIA fans feeling a lot better about proceedings now. Who knows? Is there enough time? Another chance before half-time? There's 3 minutes of time added on. There's Tavares. That's one again. now it's half-time and a very entertaining 45 minutes here in Glenwood. Actually, it is APIA Leichhardt leading Hills United by 2 goals to 1, courtesy of the done from their captain. Actually, Will. Their skipper, Aisling Davidson. So, I'm going to try and hide from the wind for about 10 minutes or so because it's very cold here. Eric Subihano with the commentary from Football New South Wales headquarters. We'll take a short break and we will see you soon.
There's always one around, you know. Where the shit, when there's casino, when there's a bit of problem, there's always a Greco around. Sniper. You guys win on the weekend. Did you? No, my
Collins, after that throw in from Johnson, heads the ball the other way. And Smith will go in from the ankle, and she's found the back of the net. So poor ball for Channing, and it's a cheap giveaway there. Rajinski 1-on-1 with Naylor. Naylor saves the first shot, the second's placed away. Vasiliadis equalises for West City Rangers. Both centre-backs moving forward. Cross comes in from Moreno. It's at the feet of Kulisakis.
Versus NWS Spirit at the Crest. Game 5:40 p.m. as Daniela Naimi's into the box here. Cross into the middle. Lookmeyer turns and shoots on the right. What a save. Matairo is not out of danger yet. It's crossed over the line. And Bulls FC Academy dribbles it into space. Goes across for Bianca Gagliini. She's not going to be able to get the shot away. So still play it alive. Shot comes away. Hills have equalised. Barris, who's found Jade Guichon in space. Tamsin Buchanan is trying to hold up play as best as she can. Hogarth Scott shoots, it's deflected, it's in! And Hogarth Scott has given Bulls the lead.
There's a chance for somebody to put their name in lights. We don't have much long left as that's a lovely ball from McNulty to Josie Allen. There's Murtagh free in the middle. Here's Laura Murtagh and she scored! And the Ravens have finally broken the deadlock.
So, not sure how long this injury time will be. But time is precious at this point in the game. Barker's cross. McKenzie! Not sure if she got a touch, but Amy Barker.
Nice areas. Gets the head on it! And there's the finish. How's the quality? Oh, rising high. Pretty sure that's Tegan Bertolicio.
This is a bit of corner. Oh, it's own goal. Return ball. Oh, pinched. Capitanellis. Goal! Oh, well done from Fragile. Letta through the legs. Letta, yes!
Corner comes in, and it's in! Spirit take the lead!
We're back for the second half of NPL Women's New South Wales Round 15 action from Football New South Wales headquarters. APIA Leichhardt currently leading Hills United by 2-1, and a night for the captains who is here because APIA skipper Ashley Renner has scored 2 goals, taking her tally to 16 for the league season, while Hills United goals from Ashley Davidson. That's how we got to where we are. Second half underway. And I can report, because I was paying attention as the teams came out to the field by the tunnel for once, there is a half-time sub for APIA Leichhardt. Number 25, Aurelia Collins, is on to replace number 13, Jordan Jasnos. APIA setup looks to be a straight swap as well, so Collins is at left back position where Jordan Jasnos started the game. So this will probably be a good opportunity. Good to see his well back on her feet. A good opportunity to remind you of the 2 sets of lineups out there. I think we'll start with the visitors. So in goal is number 99, Annalete. In defence, number... Let's get that wrong. I've just been talking about this. Number 25, Aurelia Collins. Number 24, Christina Kachich. Number 5, Maya Lobo. Number 14, Leah Golding. In midfield, number 16, Estelle Fagale. Number 6, Mona Walker. And number 10 was Susan Fongsonghan. in attack. As always, it seems for APIA is number 11, Ashley Leder, flanked by number 7, Talia Capitanellis, and number 19, Imogen Lane. So for Hills, and it's good work from Lobo. Sloan plays it forward. Sano using her body well. Good shielding. Back to Hogan. And Zverev wafting it towards the middle of the field, and then anyway, so Hills, as they were to begin the game, so that would be number 20, Maddie Ira in goal. In defense, number 17, Olivia Sloan. Number 25, Jessica Garrett. Number 3, Ashley Davidson. And number 27, Tiana Jaber. In midfield, number 4, Charlotte Hogan. Number 16, Mary Stanishwadi. Number 11, Natalie Kasha. In attack, number 8, Maya Sano. Number 10, Bianca Swallow. Number 18, Erin Tavares. Well, I'm going to try and see how the 5 p.m. kickoffs are going. This one, of course, at 5:30 p.m. or thereabouts kickoff. But it has been a day for the away teams, as that's a great ball for Sano. Not a great angle for her to work with, but she gets inside the box. We'll move it towards the byline. Tries to cut back, and her teammates haven't gotten there in time. It was great work from Sano. I'll be cleared over the sideline, but there we go, this one far from over. Speaking of away success, oh my, there was a lot of it in the 3 p.m. kickoffs. As in the Old Farm Rams versus Bulls, it was Bulls winning at Linwood Park by 5 goals to nil, and at Indapto, Tigers beat Stingrays by 3 goals to nil. So, ball into the middle, Ira's up, and we'll gather the ball rather easily. So at or near half time, at least in the 5 p.m. kickoffs, it was 1-0 wins for, it was 1-0 lead, sorry, for all of the away teams, NSW or Olympic and the Ravens. Great work from Walker. Winning the ball one-on-one and has some room now, looking for options. Nice ball for Fregale, who's broken from midfield. Tracked by Sloan. Sloan and Sloan. It's an unfortunate one. River in there, standing foot gives way, so couldn't get the distance she wanted. That is APIA's by now unofficial manual tally, 3rd corner of the game. Goes and a little sort of away at the near post, but retrieved by Lawbor. Taking on Davidson, second defender is in the way. It's going to be Kachich to stand one up. Keepers up. And it's a great grab by Ira. Heavy but legal pressure from, I think, Lane and Leder. And then sends it away. Dropping a bit deeper to help the defenders play it out, and then Stanishwadi gets over to Golding. Golding now pressing like the centre forward, and Golding might get something here. Bounces towards Sloan. Now Golding to get back, and he disrupts Wereb. Now Hills room on the far side, so that'll be Tavares. Good ball from Kasha. Sloan's coming forward in the overlap. Kasha. Sorry, that was Jaber with the supporting right from fullback. My apologies. APIA standing firm. APIA going the other way. Garrett gets the footing there, but at the expense of the corner. Other way, scores in progress. 74th minute, 1-1 to Cromer Park. With the Claudia Chalakian Challenge, Manly versus Sydney Olympic. So this corner. Oh, there we go. 1-all in Campertown. In the I can't think of someone who's played for both clubs. 1-all between Sydney and the Ravens. In swinger here. It's a crowded 6-yard box, and it goes and curls towards Ira. Safe hands well. 78th minute in Rudy Hill. NSW, the league leader, still leading the Wanderers by a goal to nil. Kasha does settle it. There's an option in the centre circle who is Stanich Floody. Stanich Floody, she threaded one through. That's a great ball. Cabrera should get to that. Whips it in, keepers up, and little bobble, but nothing too dangerous. Reed gathers it at the second attempt. Granny Smith Reserve, well, it is the away teams. Early in the second half of that one, the League One women's top of the table clash was Marconi leading SD Raiders by a goal to nil. Now there's some room for Fonks on cam here. Goes it through lane, tries to spin away. A harder chance for a penalty. Oh, sorry, for a free kick. APIA, we keep it alive. Side-footed away by Davidson. Good work from Jabo. Out on the far side of the field. Good body strength there. Leads to an APIA free kick. They're keen to get on with it. Of course, the progress score at Rudy Hill means potentially a chance for fourth place APIA to make ground on third place Wanderers. Wanderers currently losing as that's an interesting ball, and Saino gets the jump on the defence, but Kacic really sticking to the task. And that's brilliant for Kacic. Forward finds Leder, but Garrett disrupted. Sloan to switch. It does make its way to Tavares, but then Collins, fresh legs off the bench at half time, will work it back to the keeper, and Link just goes for safety. Upcoming fixtures for Hills United. Yes, Wednesday night's Sapphire Cup semi-final, 7:30 p.m. kickoff here at Valentine Sports Park, where they host UNSW. Then Sunday, 21st of June, a 5 p.m. kickoff in Rudy Hill. Hills away. Hills make the short trip to play Western Sydney Wanderers Academy. The ghost of the Arctic Circle, Emily Arnold, finding a different venue. She will be at Rudy Hill for commentary in 7 days' time. And then Sunday, 28th of June, a 5:30 p.m. kickoff here for Hills, as they host Sydney Olympic. Bravo clears. Only as far as Hogan. Hogan will go from range, and that will be off target. So I'll go through the coming Hills fixtures. So, can you believe that? July isn't too far away. That's tax time. Anyway, Sunday, 5th of July, 5:30 p.m. here. There'll be round 18 clash Hills at home to MacArthur Rams. Sunday, 12th of July, 5 p.m. Hills away to Sydney University. Sunday, 19th of July, 5:30 p.m. here. Hills host Manly United. Oh, I would love it if Hills won that game. And Saturday, 25th of July, 3 p.m. Hills travel to the Arctic Circle to face Spirit FC. Hold of it, and it is Fagale. Cool as always in the field. Just the safer option, that's Kacic. Just trying to restrict the space. Danish Floody is in there. And now the ball, that's going to be too far in front of Sano. Right idea though. Lobo sends it away. off the head of Garrett, so that'll be APIA throwing. 2-1. APIA lead over Hills. 57th minute. Double from Ashley Letter. Has the visitors in front. The Hills goal coming from Ashley Davidson in the 5th minute. Her first goal of the season. As here's Tavares, and then the overlapping run. That's Jaber, good run. And Jaber shoots. It's set from Leeds. Tumbling on the ball. Here's the right from halfway, which Sloan takes. So, we already have a sub light. Would be reasonable to expect more subs to come soon. Or a reminder of the players on the substitute benches, starting with APIA, so Aurelia Collins has come on. The other 5 players we may see later, backup keeper Sophie Johnston, Alicia Muroni, usually a defender, Estella Cameron and Jamie both as a midfielder, and I believe young Claudia Lacalando is an attacker. Leda has done well to win that free kick. Now, the Hills can still make as many as 5 subs, so can still use 4 or 3 substitution windows. The Hills, the backup keeper is Zoe Edwards, Zoe Murdoch, usually a defender. Paula Bozza, usually a midfielder, and I believe these other 4 players are attacking options, which would be Zara Pavani, Neve Burns, Ellen Barrios, and Michelle Galboy. Anyway, Capitanellis, the in-swinger, and it goes direct for goal. Basically just bending a little bit too far away from all her teammates, so gathered by Maddie Iro. Now, the pressure might put Hogan in trouble, and it's Fagali for a moment leading the charge. Times the pass. Fonks on Cam into the middle, and no run to match pass there. He sends it forward, but it's off a hop. Walker makes the first play at it. Another header, finding Capitanellis. Oh, it's a good run. And Davidson puts a temporary end to that. Another touch for Fagali. And Stanis Floody. And play it through, so Lobo with a scramble. That's good work. Garrett for Hills. Hogan. As Lane lunges. Stanis Floody can't make it stick, and Lobo gets rid. Pretty sure Leather was onside there, but it's Davidson winning the header. With the ball once more, so pretty much at the hour mark here. It will find Swerve. Swerve sees an open player on the far side of the field. Tavares will get to that. Cross comes in, it's easy. Of course, these are the Golden Boot race with Ashley Letter now on 16 league goals for the season. And of course, these totals will change depending on what happened today. Holback thought as Capitanellis draws a low and Letter looking for the hat trick, but it's defended with the front post by Davidson. Not being APIA throw, but yes. So actually, in the NPL Women's New South Wales Golden Boot race, Ashley Letter moves to 16, but both the Bulls and Tigers won today, so there's a pretty reasonable chance that Olivia Vanderline has added to her 11 goals for the season. Vanderline of Bulls, and Tigers for Tanae Morris. There's a pretty big, actually, no, I don't think Tanae Morris will add it to her 9-goal tally. I think she's suspended due to 5 yellow cards from memory. As that goes through to Ira. Those are the closest challenges. Followed by, of course, totals before this weekend's action, Chloe Smith on 8 goals. Smith of UNSW, Morgan Witz. Also on 8 goals, and then former APIA forward Brina Gentle on 7, and Ellie Head Really gentle now at Manly, and all headed Northern Tigers also won 7 goals. Anyway, back to this game. As I think Sano tried to cross, took a touch off Kachich, which kind of took the sting out of it. It's a tricky technique that Wong Sun Cam going backwards almost touch off the torso very nicely. It is with Hills, however. 62nd minute here. Hills United 1, APIA Leichhardt 2. Works behind the commentary for Glenwood. Now, substitutions, one for each side coming up, so it's always good to be on the same side of field as the technical areas. Imogen Lane, of course, of this part of the world, gets a nice round of applause. Good shift from the number 19 for APIA. She's replaced by number 8, Jamie Bowfields, and Paula Bozza in the number 7 for Hills United is also introduced, so that's Hills' first side of the game, and we'll do some process of elimination to see who she has replaced, because my vision ain't that good. The players exited on the far side of the field. So, might be a couple of minutes. I might have to wait till that player walks to the hill, all the way around the field to the Hills bench. Garrett. Now, well, I mean, this could be a somewhat reckless guess. Bozza for Hills has replaced either Kasha or Tavares. I think I've narrowed it down to 2 players. There's no side of the field. Sloan takes on 2, and I think there's some kind of infringement in favor of Hills. Spanish Friday delivers from the near touchline. Interesting one. Headed away by Kachich. And Fagala. Speaking of APIA players from this part of the world. Still Fagala. Junior club is Glenhaven. That is a very Hillshire place. Definitely a Hillshire upper. As that will be snapped up, I think, by Jaber. Can't find a way through. 65th minute here. APIA. I'm pretty sure they will not try and sit on a 2-1 lead. And there's goals to be scored. And of course, you never know when goal difference might be a deciding factor come the end of the season as Kachich steps forward and the pass was behind her, but luckily, from an APIA perspective, Wong Sun Kang is there to sweep up the loose pass. Okay. I think I'll be able to confirm the player that made way for Hills in a few more seconds. Looks like Natalie Kasha is the player who was subbed so that Paula Bozza could enter the fray. Seems to be a straight swap for Hills, one midfielder for another. 2 sub-winners and a maximum of 4 subs remaining for hosts. It's up and over the sideline. Up from Sloan, and the no pressure lead will take her time. Actually, we'll wait till she's pressed before using the gloves. Just runs off a few more seconds again. Off Garrett. Retrieved by Sloan. And Hills will go all the way back to Ira. 67th minute here with APIA leading by 2-1. Recapping the goals in the 5th minute, Hills open the score. Flying header from Ashleen Davidson. It's not over the line, her first goal of the season. The 15th minute, APIA equalised. Ashley Leder applying the finishing touch. Good work from, among others, Susan Fongs on cam, as that was intercepted by Capitanellis, and Capitanellis down the left side with options in the middle, and Davidson lunges to block the cross at the expense of a corner kick, APIA's fifth corner of the evening. And then just before halftime, APIA moved to 2-1 in front. A great team move, finishing, resulting in a thunderous shot from Ashley Lee to go 2-1 up, as friend of Football New South Wales women's coverage, Lockie said if it wasn't for the net, for that shot from Ashley Lee would still be rolling down the T-way. In swinger, and good two-handed punch from Iro. Sloan is out to press. Sloan will actually get the ball first, and then he was fouled, and that's going to be a yellow. It seems like very yellow card body. Actually, no, apologies. I preempted that one. That's just a foul. So I think it was Fonks on count there with the just holding Sloan back. Don't think she was booked. Sit down the far side. Now, Sano sneaking behind the defence. Of course, can't be offside off the throw in. Let's whip it in, and Swear was the closest to it, but coming back is Letta. Golden clears. Garrett. Goes up the torso, finding Sloan. Garrett advanced down the inside for the time being, but the ball's gone out of play, and it does. I wonder as a player the jacket off, and with this kind of temperature we're having here at Valentine Sports, like if you've got the jacket off, I would assume it means you're about to come on soon. So apologies, can't quite see who that player is, but I reckon Bill's on that to make a sub shortly. Handball call against Hills. Both of course, it'll be hard to tell because there's going to be some piece players will be in different positions. Both has been operating in midfield up and coming on. She do replace lane one of the forwards. It's a bit of a reshuffle. Looks like Fox are going to play in the front line now for APIA. Both has taken a place in midfield. Anyway, Fox on his near side as an alternate option should Capitanellis not choose to go direct. She does in swinger, and it's a touch, possibly off heels. Doesn't matter because Eddie Iro uses the gloves. So about 20 minutes left here. Possible whatever stoppages Nina Cortese chooses to add, and it's Hills United 1, APIA Leichhardt 2. On the far side, Sano trying to get away from the fence. Collins trying to block the path. Supporting run from Tavares. Sano slips. It will be retrieved, I think, by Spanish body. Sano. Then pass two overhits, and it is a goal kick. Jacket off for Ellen Barrios. I can see that. I think, yeah, so number 21. So Ellen Barrios and Michelle Valbon looks like they're the next two cabs off the rank, to use a tortured metaphor, for Hills United. And in fact, an elite has been booked for time wasting. So for delaying the restart. And they won't be going on with this. So the second player to the notebook for this game, with Tana Jager for Hills United being the other player to be booked this evening. this particular stoppage is the chance for Hills to make a double substitution. So Ayaseno is one of the players to make way. I think Bianca's Webb is the other player to be substituted, so it looks like Michelle Dalbon will be on the left side of the attack. Left wing for Hills, and Ellen Barrios has gone to centre forward. That's the direct replacement for Saint. Now over the top, that's nice to release Golding. And Golding, a little fake. And Garrett with the tackle. That leads to corner number 6. So that would be Capitanelis to take the kick from the flag. And it's up towards the back post and off, I think, Kachich. I think. Yes, it was off. Kachich was the one attacking it in the back. It was out for a goal kick. So, Ella Short and Davidson, some synthetic turf in front of her. Bounces the ball. Now here's Jaden. Spanish Floody. And Garrett to go long, but that's too late for all of her teammates. So looking at that's another nice tackle from Garrett. Barrios, seeing it, but gives it away, and then Garrett has been called for the infringement. Just to make sure that level's okay, so physio will be called on. Serious. A breather, and no chance to prepare ourselves for what will be a fascinating quarter of an hour, or final quarter of an hour of this clash. Also, whatever stoppage time you have as well. Just has her foot on the ball, signaling that, yeah, I will take this dead ball. Actually, there we go, as I say that, she moves away from it. Good one, anyway, so good to see Letta back on her feet. 2-goal hero for APIA so far, but still 15 minutes left to be played before they declare themselves the victors. By the way, fun fact, as Letta goes off the field, you know that physio? That's my mom's physio, by the way. Yeah, there you go. Fonsel can delivers. And header from Hills, and at the edge of the box, it's Stanish Body will run it out, supporting run down the far side. And now 5 forward in this attack for Hills. So Fonsel can, the last player, doesn't read the ball, but gets a second chance and takes it away from Bozak. So good work for Fonsel can. Now, 2 letters back on the field. So Hill, APIA back to 11 players. I don't know if I might can hear that up, but just yes. I'm sure a lot of you know, yes, actually, that been married during the off-season and leading to the name change, but her nickname is still Crawford. So, you might be hearing that shouted out by effects mark. Well, that's more centrally than she would have liked, so APIA on the ball, Letta. Supporting line, that's Bofils. There are options in the middle, Garrett blocks the cross. back to Golding off the throw. Golding, moving it more centrally. Bofils, drives in the way. Bofils again, and it might be a shooting opportunity. Great one-handed save from Iro. Bofils swung the left boot. On target, good save. Didn't hear a shot stopper. It's up, that's going to be over Boz's head. Not over Walker's head. Thumping header. Now, I think that's Capitanel is. Thompson can. Overlapping on the left-hand side from Aurelia Collins. Collins inside. It's Capitanelis and then taken away by Davidson. Kachich, as they had a Barrios. Collins. And inside for the central option, which is Letta. Letta, can she make space for the shot? And then, was she fouled? Yes, she was. Then it's on the edge of the box. And look at that. I think Sloan is the player that's going to go into the notebook. Let's have a look at the stream to confirm this one. Oh no, sorry, my apologies. It'll be Michelle Dalbon going into the notebook. The 79th. So, I mean, it's a bit wide, but Capitanels could definitely ping one in from here. Fongsokam's not bad off the dead ball either. It's Capitanelis, it's low, and yeah, Iro gathers confidently. Sloan plays it forward. Flick on from Boza, and then Dalbon can't make it stick. Well, that is a good touch from Bofils, directing the runner. So Capitanelis, the cut inside, beats the challenge now. This is a good shooting option. Capitanelis, what a brilliant goal to make it 3-1. Cutting inside, that left foot absolutely deadly, and the number 7 for APIA now has 7 goals for the season. Set up by Jamie Bofils as well. Capitanelis took a chance. It's looking good for APIA Leichhardt. There's a thunderous strike. Matty Iro has been good today in the Hills goal, but she wasn't doing anything about that strike. Now, well, the signal has gone from the Hills bench, so I think they're going to make their 4th and 5th subs of the evening. Zoe Murdoch already has the jacket off. I think the other player would be Nee Burns, but that'd be my guess. Definitely saw Zoe Murdoch. Getting ready for Hills. That's boomed forward by Robo. Now, Fongsokan stayed on side. We'll give chase. He'll get to this one. A little fake. Now, Fongsokan, great work. Chance here, and just goes. That is wonderful. Susan Fongsokan. Off the long pass, kept it in. A little move to beat a defender. Tucks it away. It's Hills United 1, APIA Leichhardt 4. Now finishing strongly. The visitors. That's absolutely brilliant. Fongsokan, fresh off what I thought was a pretty decent A-League season with Perth Glory. She swapped purple for maroon. She has done brilliantly. That is her first goal of the NPL season. So yes, it is Burns and Murdoch on. Garrett has been subbed. Now, well, this will be a guess. think the other player to be subbed will be Aaron Tavares. As Meebergs is going to the right wing where Tavares is operating. I do know where Joe Murdoch is going to central defence in for Hills to replace Jesse Garrett. So that's all the dice rolls that Hills will get. That's their third sub window used. And wide, that looks to be Jago on the far side of the field. Comes into Capitanellis. Now, good header for Murdoch. Through Wheat, send it away. Over the fence. The scoreboard side of the field. So there we go. 5 goals to keep us warm. Firstly for the home faithful, 4 of those have been scored by APIA Leichhardt. This attack that is now 40 goals scored in close to 16 games a row, averaging 2.5 goals scored per game. It's very, very good work. Also, let's also look at my notes. That's right, the 5th time in the league season that they've scored at least 4 goals in one game was Dalbon Chasers, but Golden's got the front position. So 4 goal holes against Manly, Spirit, and the Rangers, and they also scored 5 against the Stingrays. So when they're on, very difficult to stop. A double sub as well. It's off Claudia Lacalandra getting ready, so is Estella Campbell. They're just taking their time. It's the privilege of being 4-1 in front. So privilege of being player making their way back to those benches. Definitely Aaron Tavares being subbed so that Meebergs can come in. Now, well, that decision goes in favour of Hills. Well, no hat-trick for Ashley Redder, but 2 goals definitely put Hills United well on the way. So, goodness, knew I'd make a silly mistake like that with these ones. Her 2 goals put APIA Leichhardt well on their way to victory tonight. She is replaced, as is Susan Fonks on cam. New players, yes. Estella Cameron and Claudia Lacalandra. Cameron wearing number 37, Lacalandra wearing number 33. Big up, Davidson. Good header from Lobo. That one couldn't keep it in play. So, before we wrap up here, one last plug for the NPL Women's New South Wales Team of the Week. The latest edition will be posted probably tomorrow afternoon or Monday afternoon, comprised of 3-2-1 votes from the media. And as someone calling the latest game, I'd better hurry with my votes, as Lacalandra has won a free kick. And you can already see the slice of cheese being held by Nina Cortese, so Olivia Sloan is the latest player to the referees. Boom forward. Golding headed away. Bozar getting a touch. There's an option to her right. That looks to be Burns. Burns. Get past Kachich. Norval. A curl one on Lacalandra. Might have gotten goal side here. Davidson putting the pressure on Lacalandra. Will send that wide. Decent effort. Good run. Good movement from Lacalandra nonetheless. So that's signal to ask for a second ball. Right. So, anyway, APIA looking to prepare or use their final sub, will also be their 5th sub. So the player known as Lefty, Alicia B. Ronan, and the reason for that nickname should be pretty obvious. If you have not heard that nickname before, Alicia B. Ronan is coming on for another lefty in Talia Capitanellis. Well-deserved round of applause. Spectacular goal from Capitanellis. That's the one that made a 3-1, but also generally causing havoc for an attack for APIA. It's been a great night out. Now, it's good work from Bozza. Might open up if they use the other side. Davidson. Zin one out wide. There's the first touch. That's Jaber. Goes back to Davidson. Oh, they actually go around again for 4 times, I think. There's the ball, Goldie, touch the camera. Late on in the League One Women's Match of the Round, which is also a top of the table clash, so it's 1-1, and it's the derby as well, 1-1 between SD Raiders and Marconi. That's a big one. As the cross comes in, headed away by Lobo. Gets away from Walker. That's to be said. Another brilliant midfield performance from Walker, but that bouncing ball is about the only thing that's gotten away from Mona Walker this evening. 9th minute here. It's finished honours even in Northern Beaches. 2-2 in the Claudia Chalakian Challenge between Manda United and Sydney Olympic. Just going back, that's SD Raiders versus Marconi game, where they are first and second. Fascinating race for the League One Women's League title, because you got, as at the start of this round, the Jets in 3rd, they're not far behind either. 4th place South Coast Rainbow, 5th place the PNFC, and the PNFC, good season actually. As that one goes, the PN were top of the 2nd tier with. And the 2021 season was cancelled, and then they kind of fell away for a few years. I wonder what happened there. Anyway, Hogan plays it forward. And does it stay in? Burns, walk the tightrope, holds off the defender, wins the free kick. So, it's almost the final chance for Hills to kind of pull one back. So, full-time in Rudy Hill, Wanderers 0, UNSW 1. So the students are the ones teaching the lessons. They are still undefeated. As the free kick comes in, takes a bounce, and then a sideways touch. Barris trying to make something of this, and as it goes into the far corner, where I'm really trying to do my best to see what it is darker over there. Clearance over the sideline. Of course, more instructions from another technical area. To keep the intensity up to the final whistle. Low ball in, Lobos in the way, and then, well, actually, bit of good fortune there as it bounces off Hills enough for a goal kick, but in that sense, Lobo deserves a bit of luck because she was the one in correct position to deal with the cross initially. By the way, this is the infamous. So. In case you haven't heard already, from the 3 p.m. kickoffs, it was Stingrays 0, Tigers 3. That's Burns potentially sneaking in behind and lead with Good anticipation off her line. Burns slams the shot into her, so that's a good save. Of course, good positional sense. Walk up right at the edge of the box now. Might still be alive. Here's Barrios. Barrios shoots. It goes off the lobo for a corner kick. But yes, in the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Stingrays 0, Tigers 3. And also in our match of the round, well, the latest episode of Attack of the 50-Foot Women resulted in a resounding victory for Liz Barley Gray and her Bulls FC Academy side. They defeated the Rams by 5-0. And there's also, if you're a keen watcher of our socials, a celebration video has been posted with you. And they certainly do seem happy. Bulls FC Academy, they are the ones in second place chasing very gleaming, undefeated UNSW. It's going to be a great run into the end of the NPL Women's New South Wales season. As the cross comes in, headed away by Lobo. In, Lobo again is there. And then Fragala, good work. Now, obvious score of 5th? No, is the answer, because that's the full-time whistle. And it is a convincing win for the girls from Lambert Park. They defeated Hills United by 4-1 this evening. It was Hills United who opened the scoring through their captain, Ashlyn Davidson. But then the APIA skipper, Ashley Lever, scored 2 goals before half-time. APIA led 2-1 at the break, and then 2 goals late-ish in proceedings. 1 from Charlie Capitanellis, a spectacular strike that one, and 1 from Susan Fongsongham, leading to the final scoreline of Hills United 1, APIA Leichhardt 4. So next up for these two teams, Hills have the Sapphire Cup semi-final, Wednesday 17th of June, 7:30 p.m. here at Valentine Sports Park. They take on UNSW, and then Sunday 21st of June, 5 p.m. kickoff at Moody Hill. Hills away to the Wanderers. Emily Arnold is calling both of those games, while for APIA Leichhardt, their next game, Sunday 21st of June, 3 p.m. down at Linwood Park. You take on the Carter Rams. Nicholas Kudniak with the commentary for you there, and for what it's worth, my next game is 5 p.m. Sunday 21st of June. Sydney University hosting Sydney Olympic at the Uni Ground. But anyway, on behalf of Football New South Wales, our broadcast partner Sportscast, and today's captain Gregor Nelson, it's time to sign off. Eric Subihana here, wishing you a happy rest of the weekend, and hope you've enjoyed lots and lots of football in the recent days. And it's time to get out of here because it's very cold. The final score here in NPL Women's New South Wales Round 15, Hills United 1, APIA Leichhardt 4. Good night.